Good evening, everyone. My name is Miss Jenny Hinson, and I will be taking you through the first aspect of our presentation. My group members are Renella Hinson, Tiana Montut, and Clifana Johnson. So, today I will present an exclusive literacy activity designed for grade 3 students, second language learners. This lesson main focus on developing language, developing vocabulary, and reading comprehension using pictures, guided reading, and storytelling. So the activity encourages students to participate actively while supporting their language development. So our learning objectives. So these objectives addresses for the four major literacy skills, which is listening, speaking, reading, and comprehension. They also promote confidence, which is especially important for second language learners. So our theological foundation. I'll just touch on the basis and my group member will go in depth. So this lesson is grounded in two important learning theories, which is the Stephen Carson and Lev Vygotsky. And for Carson or Stephen, he emphasizes more by providing understanding or helping learners understand through pictures and teachers' support, while Vygotsky highlights that learning through interactive with teachers and classmates. The material we would have selected are as examples on the board. So why we choose these materials is because they are inexpensive and they are easy to prepare. The visual resources are especially helpful because they reduce the language barrier for second language learners. So our key procedures. So beginning with pictures, activities to it activates I should say activates students background knowledge before they read, so it gives them an image before they go into this reading. It prepares their mind for what they are going to read or help them to understand more. So this helps second language learners connect new English words with familiar words from their language. So the guided reading and the teacher read aloud. So teaching vocabulary before reading increases their comprehension. So reading aloud models pronunciation, their fluency and expression while helping these students hear correct English terms. So the collaborative learning. So this is where the students will be working in pairs. So working with a partner reduces anxiety because students practice speaking before sharing with their classmates or before sharing with the entire class, especially with their teachers. Some students are very shy and they get anxious, and their anxiety would raise. So it helps them to present to the class. So it helps them with their retelling strengths of both comprehension and oral language. So the differentiation strategies we have three, which is the beginning English learners, intermediate learners, and the advanced learners. So differentiation strategies encourages every learner can participate, or it ensures that every learners can participate regardless of their English proficiency. Students receive the level of support they need while still being challenged. Cultural and linguistics considerations. So, cultural relevance makes learning more meaningful. So, by allowing students to connect English with their home language, it helps them strengthen their understanding rather than just replacing their first language. So, in our assessment, the students will be assessed through vocabulary matching activity, observation during peer discussions, reading participation, storytelling, and exit tickets. So the assessment occurs throughout the lesson rather than just at the end. So this allows the teacher to monitor understanding and provide immediate support. So this is going to help her to know where the students are getting the hard time. So how the activity supports second language learners. So all four language skills are integrated into one lesson. So students are learning English while also learning how to read and understand text. This brings to our conclusion. So in conclusion, this activity meets the audience or the academic, linguistic, and cultural needs of second language learners while it encourages them to actively participate and boost their confidence in literacy learning. I'll now hand you over to my next teammate, Miss Renella Hinson.
Today, I will be presenting the theoretical and pedagogical rationale for our grade 3 literacy lesson on reading comprehension and vocabulary development, hence, animals around us. So, this lesson is designed to support second language learners by strengthening their vocabulary, reading comprehension, and communication skills through meaningful and interactive activities. So this lesson is based on two important learning theories. One, Stephen Krashen, which is input hypothesis, and Lev Vygotsky, social constructivist theory. So first is Stephen, and it says that language develops through comprehensible input. Pictures and teacher modeling make learning easier, and also pre-teaching vocabulary improve comprehension. Lev Vygotsky, social constructivist theory. So, learning occurs through social interactions, teacher and peer support provides scaffolding, peer work develop confidence and communication. We will now be looking at supporting language growth and literacy. So this lesson supports language growth by helping students learn and use new vocabulary before they begin reading. They also practice listening, speaking, reading, and comprehension throughout the lesson, allowing them to develop multiple language skills at the same time. So the use of pictures and context clues helps learner understand unfamiliar words without becoming frustrated. After reading, students retell the story in their own words by using a graphic organizer. We will now be looking at the learner engagement and success. So to keep learners engaged, we have selected animals that are familiar within the Guyanese context so students can relate the lesson to their own experiences. Activities such as a picture walk, guided reading, peer discussions, and story retelling encourage active participation rather than passive learning. So, this lesson also includes differentiated instruction to meet the needs of all learners. Beginning English learners receive picture support, sentence starters, and teacher guidance. So finally, students are assessed through their participation, their vocabulary matching, reading accuracy, retelling of story, and exit ticket. So in conclusion, this lesson combines strong theoretical foundations with engaging teaching strategies to promote language development, literacy skills, and learning success. So, by creating a supportive and interactive classroom environment, our students are encouraged to become confident readers, speakers, and active participants in their own learning.
Thank you, Ms. Renella Hinson. We will now proceed into the instructional material showcase. Instructional materials created, picture cards of local animals. This helps learners recognize local animals and connect them to the lesson. Vocabulary cards. This introduce and reinforce important new words. Short reading passage. This gives learners a chance to practice reading and comprehension. The graphic organizer. This helps learners organize a story in correct order. The whiteboard and the markers. This is used to explain ideas and highlight key information. How the materials support SLL. Introducing new words before reading. This prepares learners for reading activity. Using pictures to make learning easier. This helps learners understand words through visual. Gives the learners opportunities to listen, speak, read, and understand English. This helps the learner develop all four language skills together. Encourages learners to work together and learn from one another. This builds communication and teamwork among the learners. Helps learner feel more confident using English. This creates a supportive learning environment. How the materials enhance participation and understanding. Gets learners involved from the beginning. Learners participate as soon as the lesson starts. Encourages learners to share ideas and work with a partner. Learners learn by discussing and helping one another. Makes learning more fun and interactive. Activities keep the learners interested and engaged. Helps learners understand the story step by step. Learners build understanding as they move through the lesson. Builds confidence when retelling the story in their own words. Learners practice expressing what they have learned with confidence. And now I will hand you over to Miss Clifana Johnson.
Thank you, Miss Diana, for handing me over. Now I'll be touching on the reflection, and I'll be touching on three parts in the reflection. We have the potential strengths of the activity. Next, we have the possible challenges during the implementation. And lastly, we have strategies for improving effectiveness. Now, firstly, let us look at potential strengths of the activity. Now, one of the greatest strengths of this activity is that it develops multiple literacy skills simultaneously. The use of visual supports cushioned input hypothesis by making language comprehensible, while collaborative learning reflects Vygotsky's social constructivist theory by encouraging learners to build understanding through interaction with their peers. Lesson also connects learning to students' cultural experiences and making literacy more meaningful and engaging. Secondly, we have the possible challenges during implementation. Now, although this activity is designed to support second language learners, every classroom is different. Teachers may encounter varying language abilities, limited resources, or students who lack confidence in speaking English. Now, effective classroom management and careful planning are essential to overcome these challenges. And lastly, we have the strategies for improving effectiveness. Now, all of this is to say that these strategies are also reinforced cautions. Sorry about that. These strategies are also reinforce cautions, emphasis on comprehensible input, and Vygotsky's brief that learners develop language through guided support and social interaction. The effectiveness of this activity depends on the ongoing teacher support and flexibility. By providing scaffolds, encouraging collaboration, and valuing students' linguistics background, teachers can help second language learners become more confident and successful readers and communicators. Now, I want to say thank you And if you have any questions for this group, go ahead and ask.